Well, hi everyone. Andrew Jernigan here with you, and I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Insured Nomads. And I introduce you as well to Chris Nam.
How's it going, everyone? Director of Engagement here, doing a lot with marketing and partnerships at the company, and I'm happy to be here, meeting a lot of people these days in the digital nomads world, and I feel like it's a growing population. It's a very trendy thing right now, but hopefully it's not just a trend. It'll be something that will last, and everybody will kind of jump on the, train, and we'll go together.
It's great to be with you all today. I first got this bug to live and work around the world when in 1996. I was in Amsterdam, and if you've heard me on the New Nomad podcast or other places, you may have heard this before, but I stepped out of the Virgin Megastore. It was a music store, Richard Branson's empire at the time, and grabbed my journal, wrote in there, I want to marry someone from another country. I want to live, there's no country I don't want to visit. And that happened. I ended up marrying someone from a country other than my own, and we tackled many countries together, traveling, living, working, and then had a couple of kids and have done the same with them. So we've done the world schooling, local school, international school, had a teacher travel with us. But she's a travel med doc, originally pediatrician, and one of our co-founders got her MBA, Master's of Public Health, and Juliana is our Chief Medical Officer. And it's been a fabulous journey at times and scary at others, as some of these countries have surprised us, and good and not as exhilarating as we thought with others. Living this lifestyle has demanded insurance, and years ago when we were setting off on this journey, we got some of the best in the world, and it was in that process that we actually, we were running a clinic in Ghana, West Africa. And we'd have expats, backpackers from Europe end up at this clinic. And after we left West Africa, I got into risk management, international risk management, and licensed, credentialed, and started representing over 25 of the leading companies in the space. And it was after representing all these that I realized, wow, better is possible, extremely possible. And started dreaming of a team that could do this. Going back in time a little bit, I had been on one of the first teams in a large bank to build online banking, to view your accounts and do bill pay and different things like that. And so I knew that so much better was possible for the user experience. After looking at the claims process for international insurance, and from the customer point of view, and then from the broker or intermediary, I knew that things could certainly be improved. And for the benefits, we had spent about $1,000 a month for benefits when we lived in West Africa and in South America. And wow, we didn't use it. It's like, this has got to be improved. We live with checking everything on our phones, and not much is possible in the international insurance space still through your phone. And so I'll fast forward to 2019, Insured Nomads was born, and we have delivered a tech stack, but we've delivered a personal experience. It's not about digitizing the insurance experience, but humanizing a digital experience, because that's what you want. It's not a fax it in or log into an app and deal with it. You want customer service, I believe. I do. And so it's been an interesting journey, to say the least, in building the right partnerships, the collaborations, and this platform. This community here is a great one. So it's an honor to partner with DigiNomads, and I encourage you to come to the different events that they have. We're glad to be a partner with them. And if you are a content producer, you have your own blog, your site, your travel app, if you are running your own business, partner with us as well. And Chris is probably one of the first ones you want to reach out to. That's Chris@insurednomads.com. Content is key. And I'll go back in time with Insured Nomads with that, because the material that we provide on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, these are the ways that we interact with people, through messaging, through the knowledge that we deliver there. And so I encourage you, use LinkedIn. It's micro blogging when you do an article, when you post on your feed. Those are some of the best ways to get visibility. So follow Insured Nomads on social media and see how we do it. We're constantly learning and growing in these areas. And so some of the experts on this panel are some that we definitely should listen to, because the key to life is learning and then collaborating with others as we learn together. Coming into these type dialogues, I think it's really crucial that we learn from each other. What do you say to that, Chris?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been interacting with a lot of content producers over social media, and it's such an interesting thing because we're in the market for digital nomads. We're trying to build a community of nomads, expats, all these people. But then, there's a whole another side of content producers who are not nomads, but they travel. I guess they are a type of nomad. They travel maybe like 1 or 2 months out of the year, and just to get content for their blogs, for their TikTok pages, and then they just edit everything to become something else, to kind of expand their content with the content that they get. That was a lot of words, but it's really interesting to see those people, because I have an interest in photography. I have background in an internship with content producing, but I've never thought of, hey, I need to take my camera and just go somewhere for a month and just take pictures, take videos. And these people are the ones that we also need to be protecting. And they come to us saying, hey, I would love to use your insurance on this trip, because we see that you have these different products and we need it. And I love building community with these people, because I like to see, good photography. Andrew, about all of this, but who doesn't like good content? So yeah, I mean, if you have an interest in, having protection when you're traveling for this, reach out to me, reach out to Andrew. I will get you approved right away, because I love content producers. But we love to build community, like we were talking about. We don't want to be just an insurance company. We're a company that's for you. We're a company that will travel with you. We want to be available when you need us, but not just in a sense of insurance, but we have free mental health counseling if you need that while you're traveling as well. So yeah, I wanted to
Can I
kind of
jump in there, Chris?
that.
You just hit on one of my favorite aspects of what we have happening at Insured Nomads, because this is a very simple process to where you can book a counselor on a regular occurring basis as one of the Insured Nomads, as a member with us, in Italian and French and German and Spanish and so many different languages. And hey, if the first one you meet with doesn't really strike you as someone you want to meet with once a month or once every 3 weeks, then switch to a new one. We have a strong network, and they're based out of Europe, most of them, but then there are others in time zones all around the world, speaking different languages, from Arabic and Hindi, and so much of a robust service that is included with your membership. This is not part of the insurance. This is the membership offering that includes airport lounge access and different things. Chris, jump back in there, because this is part of the tech stack that we have in our app, and it's something we're passionate about, is going beyond the healthcare, because medical often doesn't get utilized. is there and it's critical. What do you say to that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, not even just after COVID, but even before COVID, COVID kind of, offset the entire understanding that everybody can have some kind of loneliness, depression, anxiety. I have never experienced it up until COVID happened, so I can kind of speak on that. But, it wasn't just mental health awareness wasn't just a thing that started after COVID. It was a thing before. It was a thing in the 80s. It was a thing in the 500s even. And so, I have a background in science. I have a master's of neuroscience, of science and neuroscience. So I studied a lot on, mental health. I studied a lot on psychology and also just how that all, goes about in your brain, just the mechanism behind it. And so that's what kind of drew me into Insure Nomads. And I want that to be something that everybody sees as a common point, a denominator in their interest in getting insurance, because having something to fall back on when something happens, you can think about insurance as something that's, it's simply put, it is something that you will go to when something happens to you. It's not something that you think about when you're traveling and then you just go, oh, I am, on a bus, I'm going somewhere, I have this insurance, so I'm going to use it. It's not something that you want to use, but it is something that will help you be a little more, safe and kind of secure in this travel mindset when you're, taking a flight and then you kind of experience some turbulence. You can kind of think about it, but also at the same time, if you know that there is free mental health counseling available, we want to create that environment for you where you're thinking, oh, I'm kind of getting a little lonely. Where should I go? We want to be that source for you. We want to be, not just the mental health aspect, but you can reach out to us over social media. And, we've had a few incidences where people reach out to us over Instagram, message us and say, hey, just wanted to chat. We have this problem. Can we talk? And so we just talk it out with them. So yeah, mental health is so important. It's not just in the insurance field. It's everywhere in the world. It's with not just nomads, but it's with people that are living their daily lives. I believe that travel starts because they want to get out of their day-to-day. I went to Hawaii last summer because I felt kind of tired and cramped in my studies. I was doing my master's and I felt very stressed and I wanted to get out. So one day I decided to just pack a bag, didn't tell anybody, and just left. So, a lot of travel happens that way because you experience something, because you want to get out of something, because you want to experience new things. And a lot of that has to do with mental health. So yeah, check us out on our website, insurenomads.com. You can read all about that. And then if you wanted to chat with me on why we are providing that service, feel free to email me and then we can set up a call and then talk about it. But yeah, that's really what we're passionate about. We want to create community to raise awareness of all of these things. Traveling, not just insurance, but travel with insurance, travel with mental health, travel with friends, travel with, peers. If you're traveling, currently traveling, make sure to check in with some of your friends right now. So yeah, I think that's what I had.
Yeah, so we'd love to get any questions that you have. There's a chat feature in the DigiNomads app. So if you were putting questions in the chat, go for it. There's a poll listed at the top. So send those things in. There is, as you saw, there's a code for a discount for the DigiNomads community that was just posted. But let's see. I do see there are 3 votes on the poll so far. And it's divided, a vote for a few weeks, a vote for a few months, and a vote for the whole year in how long you're going to stay outside your passport country. So on the Q&A side, let's see. There was the question of, why do we come up with that need for mental health? That is from experience of our team and from our members over the years, because I'm just thinking of one particular person that had a traumatic event that he witnessed and was able to go ahead and book a call with a counselor. I'm thinking of another that they ended up getting a divorce They were insureds of ours, and they ended up getting a divorce while they were in Colombia, and they booked mental health counseling. There was another that their teenage daughter was going through a crisis, and they wanted someone that understood expat parenting and the elements that the child was passing through as they were leaving friends behind in one place, and going through the adjustments of world schooling. And so, whether single or newly single or going through marital relationships, there's so many reasons, but a lot of times it's just for wholeness, dealing with things that kind of are unearthed when we're in a new culture, not surrounded with the conveniences. It's a crucial element that we take care of our minds. So that's it. Thanks for that question that came up in the Q&A. Any other thoughts or questions? While we're waiting on questions to come in and votes on the poll and things like that, I'll cover a few of the things that are within the tech stack, because many people are accustomed to insurance being a PDF file that's fine print, or a packet you get in the mail and you kind of throw away and you never look at again because it's very small font that's hard to read also, probably, or a brochure that really doesn't say much. So in the Insured Nomads community app, and I've got that to my screen for those who are watching by video, there is an instant response button. So you hit that, and when you hit the SOS feature, it starts counting down right there. And I'm going to hit cancel because that's live. That rings to Insured Nomads Global Assistance. And if you don't hit it, but there's some critical incident near where you are, we're actually going to be calling you to say, hey, do we need to relocate you? Is everything okay? So if there was a bomb blast at your hotel even, and everything else in the city is fine, we're going to move you to a new hotel in a safe area of town. Pay for the transportation costs, the new hotel is covered, and because we're there to prevent you from getting injured. So if you're in a spot for danger, for natural disaster, political unrest, terrorism, you've got this membership for 12 months, even if your policy is only for, say, 2 months with us. So airport lounge access is another key element of it. So if you have our global health insurance, you've got unlimited airport lounge access through the Priority Pass network. If you have travel insurance, you have it through Instapass, to where you register your flights for the next 12 months. And if they're delayed, then you get access to an airport lounge if there's one available in that airport. That's so good to be able to get a snack, a meal, a drink, a shower at times, and just take a nap, as those flights can be quite delayed. So I hit on a couple of the things that are within it. One is getting the money back when your flights are canceled. It's an EU benefit for folks, especially when their flights are canceled in Europe. Getting cybersecurity, that comes with our products. VPN, malware protection, antivirus, and more. So technology is key, but humanizing that experience so that you can chat with us through Telegram, through all the means that you normally use. We're here to chat with you, to help you through the processes that you need. So we're working to make your travel as safe as staying at home.